This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Hi, Tiffany. Welcome back to my... It's so good seeing you. How have you been? I've missed you so much. Enough about me. How are you? Okay, but back to me. So today's vlog is a little bit, I don't even know what to describe it. Just imagine somebody losing their mind for like an hour and 20 minutes. Like that's basically what it is. I decided, because I hate myself, apparently, I decided to do this video. I hate myself enough that I was like, what if I chose to suffer? It's a little vloggy vlog where I read books that I think I will hate. Spoiler alert, I did in fact hate them. Anyway, Tiffany, you know that I love you. You know that like we're best friends basically. And specifically, my patrons are my best friends. And I thought, what should I do for my patrons that would make it like super special and beautiful? And that's where today's sponsor, Squarespace, comes in. So Squarespace, in case you don't know, is an all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether or not you're just starting out or whether you're like an entrepreneur, whatever, Squarespace has you covered with you and your domain. Squarespace gives you the chance to showcase a professional, a beautifully designed website. Also makes it super easy for you to build that website. You can showcase your professional website, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. I wanted to create a website specifically for my patrons where they can access all of my readathon material and stuff. Patreon doesn't have that je ne sais quoi. I wanted to create a whole new thing to make it so that it's more interactive when they do the readathons. And Squarespace made it easy, made it simple. I'm not done the website yet. I'm still working on it because I'm super indecisive. Putting it together, designing everything has been as easy as 1, 2, 3. One of the things that was crazy when I was making the website, and I literally had to stop and be like, why is this so easy? Squarespace has its own AI website builder that makes it super, super easy. It basically does all of the work for you. It uses basic information about your industry, goals, and personality to generate premium quality content and personalized design recommendations. Now, if that's not your thing, Squarespace has an entire library that is like really, really fancy of design templates that you can choose from. Like so many templates that it's crazy. There is literally something for everyone. No matter what you want, no matter what you're doing, Squarespace makes building a website super easy and intuitive. You can drag and drop, you can choose fonts, you can choose color schemes. There's like so many different little thingy things you can do in Squarespace. And I learned that and I was having the time of my life. Another really cool part about Squarespace is the built-in analytics. You can review website traffic, learn where to focus your engagement, and track bookings, invoices, product sales, all from one single place. If you want to get in on Squarespace, simply click the link in the description or go to www.squarespace.com/JordaLineReads, sign up for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, simply use code JordaLineReads to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Once again, go to www.squarespace.com/JordaLineReads, start your free trial. When you're ready to launch your little beautiful website, simply use code JordaLineReads for 10% off your first website or domain. I can't even describe to you how intuitive the website was. It's so easy. It's so beautiful. Once again, check out squarespace.com/JordaLineReads and use JordaLineReads at checkout to get 10% off your first website or domain. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Okay, Tiffany, real quick, let's talk about the books that I read in this vlog. We have 2 books, which is kind of crazy because usually I read more than 2 books in a vlog. But this one, I was like, no, 2 is the limit. So the first book that I read was Quicksilver by Callie Hart, or Cumsilver if you're nasty. Quicksilver, in case you don't know, in case you're like, what is that? Jordaline, tell me. Let me tell you, sweet popsicle dream girl. Quicksilver is about this girl named Sayrus. Sayrus like lives in this world. She kind of like lives in like District 12, basically. Her area is like the poorest. It's like the least cared for. They're starving. They don't have water, etc. It's not looking good for Sayrus. But Sayrus is scrappy. She's not like other girls. She's different. Anyway, she ends up being transported into this world, right? Into like a different world where there's like fae and stuff like that. And she meets this guy named Kingfisher who's apparently like really hot to her. And so she's like, whoa, that guy's really hot. But also turns out he's an asshole. So she's like, whoa, you're hot, but also you're fucking rude. So I don't even like you. But also I do like you. The book is about Them, I think. I don't know. I literally do not remember the plot outside of their romance. Oh no, you know what? No, I do remember the plot. The plot was that they have to defeat like the king, but then also the queen of Cyrus's world. It's a whole thing. So I did read that. And then I also read Credence by Penelope Douglas because I really, really hate myself, apparently. What do you think of my earrings? I don't know if you can see them. They're like bananas, but they have like little cats in them. They're really cute. Anyway, Credence. In case you don't know, once again, let me tell you. It's about this girl. I forget her name. Let's call her Penelope. Penelope, right? Her father and her mother are dead. They have literally done a double suicide situation. They left her. Didn't even like leave a note, right? Which is like kind of crazy because she was their only child. They were like, no, we don't care enough. It's fine. So they're dead. And she has to deal with the grief of losing her parents. And then this guy, who's her uncle, reaches out and he's like, hey, why don't you come live with me and my sons, aka your cousins? Because like you're alone and helpless. So she goes to live with her uncle and cousins who she's literally never met. Also, just so you know, the uncle and the cousins are like related not by blood, but by marriage, I believe. So they're like step uncles, step cousins. She goes and there's like, you know, crazy, intense, romantic and sexual longing between her and the uncle. By the way, also, let me tell you something. The main character, Penelope, she's 17. She's 17 at the beginning of the book. The uncle is like 46. So that's really, really fun. It's really, really fun. And her cousins are like 20, 25, something like that. Still not great. She goes there and she's like, what is family? Also, I think I might fuck my uncle. It's crazy. So I did also read that. So if you're interested in watching this vlog, seeing what kind of kooky, crazy things happen, keep watching. Okay. I hope you enjoy it. Please enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. Just stay around. Stick around. We could have fun together, you and I. We could be best friends. We are best friends, Tiffany. If you're watching this, you are Tiffany, just so you know. Anyway, okay, I love you. Bye. See you. Hi, welcome to this reading vlog. How have you been, Tiffany? Hope you're doing well. I started reading Quicksilver and I'm ready to KMS, okay? I'm ready to fucking die. I'm about 6 hours or so into it. And the way that I hate the two main characters so much. Like, I just knew from the moment I laid eyes on this godforsaken book, on its godforsaken cover, I knew that I was going to hate it, and I've avoided it since it came out. Even though I think 2024, it was on a bunch of girlies' best of, I'm sorry. It's so bad. It's crazy how bad it is. You're thinking, okay, Jordaline, you're just like saying things without any substantial evidence. You've come into this building without any facts. No, you're wrong. I've been taking notes. And if you know me, Tiffany, I don't take notes, okay? Everything that I say and do is off the top of my little noggin. But this book, because I'm listening to the audiobook, because I refuse to buy it physically, because Callie Hart can literally suck my dick. I have facts, I have figures, I have graphs. I wish I had graphs, actually. That would be really cool if I had graphs. And this is just what I've read so far. Let's start from the fucking top, okay? Cyrus, insufferable. Cyrus is a tryhard. The ultimate pick me. She wants you to know so fucking badly that she's not like other girls. She needs you to know that, Tiffany. And it's annoying. One of the first things I wrote down was how she could feel her ribs through her clothing because she was so skinny. This quote I wrote down describing how I feel Cyrus would describe herself. I'm scrappy, plain, but beautiful woman who takes no shit from anyone because I'm not like the other girls. I hate her so much. Also, she's magical. She's basically like Magneto, at least I think. Honestly, the world building's a little bit confusing. It also could be that I just don't give a flying fuck. She's got a brother who's reckless and impulsive, and she's got a stepfather, named Elroy. They're both probably dead. Before she gets like magic spirited away to this Fey land, we're told and shown that she used to like have sex with this guy named Karen Swift, who's like a douchebag. The whole purpose of him being introduced is so that we know that Cyrus, she fucks. Cyrus actually like has sex. I hate it here so much. Anyway, Saris like almost dies, and then she gets like whisked away to this like Fey magic land by this hot guy who we are told immediately is hot. Saris is fucking dying. She's got like 3 or 4 extra fucking holes in her body. She's bleeding out on the cold, hard fucking ground. This man shows up and she's like, oh, I'm dying. Everything is going dark. Wait, there's also a really hot guy. I fucking hate it here. Can I also say something controversial? Can I say something brave? The descriptions in this book are really fucking annoying. Really fucking annoying, okay? The amount of times our love interest, Kingfisher, is described as like snarling, growling, like he growled. Ew, we will get to fucking Kingfisher. Don't you worry, okay? Took fucking notes so that I could communicate with you, Tiffany, how much pain I'm in reading this fucking book. She describes Kingfisher's voice as velvet, and I literally wrote down, that's annoying. Wait, okay, what's more annoying than describing anyone's voice as velvet is referring to men and women as male and female. Nothing in this world gives me a bigger fucking ick than when people refer to women as female. And I didn't think I really cared about men being called male. I do care because it's fucking weird. And the author, Kaylee, whatever the fuck her name is, she, for chapters, okay? Like over 10 times. I have to say at least maybe 20 times. She was like, oh, it was so strange because the male was actually walking, or like, oh, and then the female did a backflip. Like she would refer to people not by their names, not by calling them women, not even describing them physically. She would just say the male or the female. Callie, get better at writing. Like, I hate it. I'm so sorry. I really hate it. That was really annoying. I hated that. Kingfisher and Elaine, I forgot her name. Her name is actually Everlane, which I think is stupid, but whatever. They're siblings. At this point in the book, okay, where I am in my notes, they've been around Kingfisher for maybe like a day, maybe 2 days. The way that this man in real life would be the cringiest person you'd ever fucking met. That's what I'm wondering, Tiffany. I'm wondering, are straight people okay? Because based on this novel, I'm kind of thinking you're not. If anyone acted the way that Kingfisher acts, I think I would shrivel up and die from the cringe, bro. Okay, hear me out. You know those TikToks, right, of those guys who are doing like those thirst traps, but they're like really, really cringy, where it's like, I'm an alpha and you don't want to see me angry, because I will protect her. And then it's like, they're just like, oh no, I'm transforming. They pretend to transform. Do you know what I'm talking about, Tiffany? Like, that's what Kingfisher reminds me of. What's worse is that the audiobook, which I'm listening to, is narrated by a woman, but then for all of the male speaking parts, they got a dude. So the whole thing is narrated by a woman except for the men's dialogue. That made it so much worse. The whole book so far, super fucking cringe. I hate it. It's actually painful to listen to. We'll get to that in a second though. He did call Saris a clever girl. I hated that. This is a question that I wrote down. Kingfisher can like make things dark. Wasn't that also like a Rhysand thing, or am I crazy? Was that not Rhysand? Can I be honest? Can I say something? I feel as though a lot of romantasy, like love interests, are basically just like Rhysand. Maybe like in like a different skin color, maybe like in a different like world. Maybe he's like a fucking werewolf and not a fae. You know what I mean? Like it's all basically Rhysand. I feel as though every single one of them are like the same guy. What happened to like buff dudes who are like also dumb? Do you know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I want to see. I'm kind of tired of like the same guy, and I'm also kind of tired of like the same girl. Anyway, that's just my opinion. If you disagree, you can actually email me at idontfuckingcare@gmail.com. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to receive your email. We're getting to the meat and potatoes, okay? We are on chapter 10, crumbs. Okay, that's what the chapter is called. It's called Crumbs. This is the part of my notes where I really struggled. I struggled a lot during this. I did note that he growled, and I did write ew. He also said, and I quote, "It's because I bite." This entire exchange, I wrote down, I literally paused the audiobook so that I could transcribe what they were saying, because I knew, Tiffany, that I needed you to hear it, to see it. And I know I could have like screen recorded the audiobook. I just realized that. I'm a little stupid. Anyway, I also did mention in my notes that I do ship Kingfisher and Ren. Ren Friss is like another warrior guy. He's like a man, and I do ship him with Kingfisher. I think if Kingfisher was gay, 10 out of 10. This is a wonderful book. Love it. Because Kingfisher and Cyrus, whatever the fuck her name is, because they're gonna have sex, that's deeply troubling to me, and I don't like that. I'm really not looking forward to reading it. I'm going to tell you about this scene because the amount of times that I had to pause the audiobook simply so that I could catch my breath and just like disperse the embarrassment that I felt and like the actual amount of pain that I was in is crazy. Like I had to pause the audiobook maybe like 5 times during this conversation because I could not take it. It starts out with Cyrus, our main character. I also have Bug on me. Can you hear him? She's with Kingfisher. She's with him a lot for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, Cyrus and Kingfisher are alone. And she tells him basically like, hey, I don't trust that if I ask you something, you'll tell me the truth. Like, I think that you would lie. And he's like, why do you say that? And she's like, because you're a liar or whatever. Because he has been proven to kind of lie about stuff. He says, try me. Okay? She says, and I quote, a man will lie about the size of his cock whenever a woman asks him. Let's pay attention to the fucking facts. They've known each other for maybe like 2 days, maybe like 3 days. They've had probably 4 conversations, short conversations up to this point. They do not know each other. He responds, are you asking me how big my cock is? At this point, I literally shut up, pause. I had to take a breather. I had to take a second because I was like, that's the most cringy thing I've ever heard. I can't. You know that feeling when something is so embarrassing that you feel as though your organs are kind of being like freeze-dried? That's how it felt. Eventually, I did persevere, okay, and I did continue. That's when Cyrus says, I don't care how big it is. I care how you answer. Why are we having this conversation? Cyrus, that's what I want to fucking know. I want to know why you're here asking this stranger about the size of his dick. That's fucking weirdo behavior, my guy. My dude, my brother, my sister in Christ, you're being a fucking weirdo. Ew, fuck. This part is what really hurt me. This is painful. So brace for impact. Our guy, Kingfisher, responds, it's big enough to make you scream and then some. Ew, ew, ew. I hate it. It's actually painful. I hate it so much. And at that point, again, I did have to pause it. So then they like yap more or whatever. And she tries to make it seem like it's not weird that she asked him about his dick. It is weird. The way he responded, I will say also weird. Kingfisher, says eventually at some point, and this is during the same conversation, he says, and I quote, maybe the issue is that you asked me a question about my cock, like a hungry little bitch in heat. Like, they've known each other for 12 minutes and 54 seconds. Like, they don't know each other, bro. Who talks to people this way? Kaylee, if you need help, blink twice. I'm okay with sending a welfare check. I'm okay with recommending you a therapist, whatever you need, girl. Like, stop. This is not okay. I did also mention in my notes that at some point he was described as snarling back to Cyrus as a character. And how much of a tryhard she is. Also, thank you to the patron who said that. Because I was talking to my patrons about this, and I was like, she has like this thing, and somebody was like, she's a tryhard. And I was like, that's exactly what it fucking is. She's a tryhard. Cyrus, our main character, she doesn't like dresses. She doesn't like wearing dresses because she's not a girly girl. Fucking 11 or Elaine or Everlane is like, here's a dress to wear. So that you can acclimate to our fucking culture. And Cyrus is like, I don't want to wear a dress. I don't like them. I want to wear pants. Literally so fucking annoying. Like, as a person, as a woman who wears primarily skirts and dresses, I'm offended. Like, how fucking dare you? Like, shut the fuck up, actually. You know what? Just shut the fuck up. Out of anything in this book, I just want Cyrus to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Thing again about Cyrus that I hate. I actually might hate her more than I hate Kingfisher. but I hate both of them a lot, like a lot. She does that thing that some main characters in some romantasy or just like romance in general do, where it's like, I hate him. He's not a nice person, but also he's really hot. Like, what is it, girl? Which one is it? You can be honest with us. We're not gonna judge. I mean, I would judge you, but like the way that she keeps flip-flopping back and forth about like he's actually like a really bad person, but then actually when he took off his shirt, I was like really turned on by it. I'm not convinced, and I don't like it. I believe, and this is just me, I believe if you're gonna have an enemies to lovers, they need to be actually fucking enemies. None of this bullshit where it's like, oh my god, he was mean to me. He called me a rude name, but actually also the way he sweats is really sexy. No. I want a true enemies to lovers where it's like you look at them and you want to fucking punch them. This is not that. This is like very much just like bad fanfic. This is poorly written romance. Bad romance. This is Lady Gaga's bad romance. Wish I could more eloquently convey to you, Tiffany, how repetitive, derivative, and uninspiring the entire novel has been to this point. The entire novel feels like a book I've read about 7 fucking times. If you've read a fucking book, Tiffany, you read this fucking book. I'm telling you that right now. If you have read even one novel, you have read this novel. It's not good. Anyway, let's continue. It's not over. I wish it was. Now I think we're on chapter 11. And again, Cyrus and fucking what's-his-face, Kingfisher, are alone again for some reason. Who knows why? Imagine, Tiffany, you're me. You think this man already acts like a cringe TikToker. And then he takes off his shirt in front of Cyrus and he has this giant wolf tattoo on his chest. Imagine you're me, Tiffany. This whole time you've just been imagining him as like, I'm an alpha actually. Like, and then he has a huge wolf tattoo. Oh my god, I laughed so hard. Now, this was a direct quote. This was chapter 12, Fox. That's what the title of the chapter is, Fox. This is a thing that Cyrus thinks about Kingfisher, okay? She's thinking about Kingfisher, and this is what she thinks of him. This is what she thinks, and I quote, "He was the epitome of all that was strong and male and powerful." No. Ew. The fact that she saw the wolf tattoo, first of all, thought that was hot. And then was like, this man is all masculinity and he's super powerful. I want to leave. Also, Kaylee Callie has a sweat kink. Pretty sure she has a sweat kink because in the book, it's actually disgusting. In the book, and listen, actually, you know what? I don't want to kink shame, but it is gross to me. It's disgusting to me. In the book, Kingfisher, for some reason, is super sweaty. It's described in revolting detail about how sweaty he is literally everywhere on his body. It's a lot, Kaylee. I'm just gonna call you Kaylee. At one point, Cyrus is describing the sweat to us because, of course, she is. Why wouldn't she? And she's describing it. She's describing it, and then she's like, oh my god, it's actually like really hot. Like, I thought it would be gross, but actually I'm really turned on by it. Then Kingfisher literally shakes his body like a fucking dog, and like pellets of sweat come flying off of him. And Cyrus, for some reason, isn't absolutely icked out. She's like, I loved that. That was great. Ooh, yeah. Bro, you couldn't fucking pay me. Disgusting. I literally hate that I'm reading this book. But it's for the I just keep telling myself it's for the content. Like, so many times last night when I was listening to it, I was like, I want to DNF this. I can't do this. But then I was like, no, do it for the content. Do it for Tiffany. I don't necessarily think that there's anything wrong with this book, like inherently, like problematic. I mean, other than the fact that the straight people are being fucking weird. And I feel like if you like this book, there's probably a reason for that. And maybe you should like look into it. Maybe you should go to therapy, is what I'm saying. But seriously, if you do like it, like there's nothing wrong with that. You know, everybody has their turn-ons or turn-offs. This book just happens to be like the biggest turn-off for me. Everything about these characters, the writing, everything about everything is awful and not my kind of thing. I don't like these kinds of men in books. I don't like these kinds of main characters. And I also much prefer like a slow burn, like very slow. I want things to like, I want to be edged. Okay. This is not a slow burn romance. Okay. It's literally, I think like chapter 12, chapter 13, whatever chapter I'm on at the moment, they literally almost just fucked. Like they were making out and I didn't like it, but somebody might. Maybe you do. Like, I just don't want my hyperbole to be misconstrued as like me trying to like shame you. I'm not. This is content. This is supposed to be ha ha ha, he he he, giggly gaggly. I'm not trying to like be like, oh my god, straight people fucking suck. No, I'm just concerned about you. If anything, I'm just a concerned citizen trying to make sure that you're okay. Honestly, reading this book, I was like, how was I ever straight? It hurts. It literally hurts reading this book. But anyway, woo straight people. This book is awful. I'm going to try to finish it as soon as I possibly can. Anyway, this clip is like 30 minutes long. That's insane. So I'm going to go. I will see you soon. I'll keep you updated on what the fuck happens. Okay. Bye. See you soon. I have very, very good news. I'm almost done reading Quicksilver. Thank fuck. Thank the Lord. Thank Lucifer. I have about 3 hours left of the audiobook. About 2 nights ago, I spent a few hours listening to the audiobook while I was doing things. Also, hopefully this video comes out after my library makeover. I spent hours listening to it the other night, and I did write more notes. Not as many, but I still wrote notes, and it was still absolute cringe. Absolutely so hard to listen to. It's absolutely torture to get through, and the fact that like literally anyone likes this is kind of baffling to me. I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, okay? That's not what I want to do. I don't want to shame anyone because they like this, but the amount of times that I've cringed, the amount of times that I've been like, I can't do this. This is so hard to listen to. I will say, it's not meant for me. I'm not the main demographic. This is meant for hetero girlies who want this kind of man. I don't want this kind of man. This kind of man is not my type, not my thing. I want a dude who's like a little bit dumb, a little bit femme, and has an average size penis. Because honestly, who needs a 9-10 inch fucking dong, bro? Nobody wants that. Nobody needs that. It's not my thing. And I knew that it wasn't going to be my thing. And that's the whole point of the fucking vlog. Anyway, they finally had sex. And can I say, I guess spoilers, but like you expect that they would have sex. Like it's, anyway, they finally had sex after hours and hours and hours of the main character talking about how much she hates him. Literally hours of that. Hours. Do you know how annoying that is? Do you know? Anyway, finally they did it. And can I say something? For the amount of fucking wait that we had to do for them to finally play 2-player Jumanji, it was kind of anticlimactic. Even I was like, that's it. Let's talk about the sex scene, because there were so many things in the sex scene where I was like, Callie, you can't do that. Like, that's weird. Anyway, first things first, okay? So they're about to do it, and our guy, Quicksilver, whatever his name is, he gets in between her legs. He starts like, trailing up her thigh with his face, with his head. But this isn't the right moment. He gets to the puss, okay? And then he takes a big whiff. This man gets down there and decides this is my moment to breathe it all in. Which I think is like crazy, bro. He literally got next to the pussy and breathed, bro. Sniffed, took a whiff, a big one. I was like, no. Because like, I can't imagine me going down on somebody and then like sniffing their dick and being like, ooh, yeah. Like, that's so weird. If I was on the receiving end of that, insecure. I'm like, oh my God, what do you smell? What's down there? What's going on? Like, so that happened, and that was shocking for me personally. This isn't necessarily even just like this book, but like just these kinds of books. Why do the dudes always have like mega super huge dicks? Like, it's not even just like, oh my God, he was like pretty well endowed, like maybe like seven inches or whatever. No, it's like they want you to know that this guy has like super dick. This guy has like mega dick. This guy has like gigantic, ginormous penis dick vibes. Just once, I want to see a romantasy where it's like, yeah, he was like average. Cause like, what's wrong with average, bro? What's wrong with average? Instead, what we get is a penis that is basically like the next fucking Avenger. Like, why are their dicks superheroes? Why are their dicks like fucking 20 inches long? Calm down, bro. Not everybody wants that. I don't know. I think it's weird. Anyway, so when they're having sex, Cyrus, our main character, says this quote, and I had to pause it because I was like, there's no fucking way. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Also, this was chapter 22. I did write that down. So she says, and I quote, "This wasn't just an orgasm. This was an awakening." What do you mean? That's so stupid. This wasn't just an orgasm. It was an awakening. Ew. I hate it. I hate it. And like, I don't even have to tell you why I hate that. It should be obvious why I hate that. That's so fucking stupid. Once again, this is another quote that I had to literally pause and like laugh because I was like, there's no way, bro. Like, the entire sex scene was maybe the most cringe part of the book. And that's saying something because the entire book is pretty fucking cringe. But the sex scene, whoa. They're having sex And, you know, Cyrus is losing her fucking mind because this dude has like, you know, fucking the Iron Giant for a fucking dick or whatever. And she says, or no, and our Quicksilver guy says, and I quote, "Hold on tight. I hope you're not afraid of the dark." Hold on, I hope you're not afraid of the dark. Ew, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? Because also, I'm sorry, while they're doing it, he's like using his like shadow magic or whatever. I'm not sure what the fuck is happening with him and the shadow thing, but he's like conjuring up all these things. And so, you know, there's like that kind of, so maybe that's what he means. I'm about to like jizz darkness or something. I don't know. Another hilarious part that kind of like goes along with like his shadow thing. So like while they're doing it, Cyrus like puts her hand on his chest, like close to like the ugly wolf tattoo that he has there, and the tattoo starts to like move and like transfer to her skin. Which, I'm sorry, if they have if they had matching ugly wolf tattoos, they would be like the ugliest romantasy characters ever created. Like, that's ew. The next thing that I wrote down in my notes is maybe the worst part of the book. I'm not even being hyperbolic. I think this could have sent me into a coma. I think this, if you showed it to a Victorian child, would send them into a fucking coma. Like, this isn't okay. And Callie, I think you should be ashamed of yourself because it's not okay. So, imagine. They're having sex. They're doing it. He's thumping and he's fucking pumping, bro. And mid-thump pump, he says in like, you know, like a low, growly voice, because he's that kind of guy. He says, "Magnificent." Even just saying it, I feel something in me just like, repulse, like pulling away, trying to leave, trying to get out, bro, of this hostage situation that is this book. I feel unwell. He said during coitus, "Magnificent." Bro, if somebody said that to me while we were doing it, I think I would actually shrivel up and die. I think my body would become a husk. I think all of the liquid, all of the moisture in my body would like vapor out of me, and I would just be like mummified. Like, that's what would happen. And the fact that Cyrus was like, "Yeah, that's something that I like," is crazy, bro. The whole sex scene, Cyrus was like, "This is like transformative." Like, it was as if she was high on mushrooms or something. Like, she was like, "I'm seeing stars and moons and galaxies and planets and blah blah." Like, she was like transcending because of this man's mega giant, you know, cock. And it made no sense. No sense. She was like, "This is like better than anything ever." My favorite part of the sex scene was when it ended. It was over, and it ended really quickly, and I was like, thank God, I'm so glad. But also, like, it was weird. It wasn't good. It wasn't a good sex scene. But then immediately after they finish like fucking, he Quicksilver gets up, puts on his clothes, and is like, "Okay, cool, see you later." Like, immediately fucking leaves. Immediately, bro. Not even like, no aftercare, nothing. Just like, "Cool, it was good seeing you." he fucking dips, bro. I can't. It's no. The world building is weird. The world building is fucking weird. So in this world, the Fae are super good at hearing, super good at smelling, right? And so they can hear and smell when someone is like physically or sexually attracted to another person or like another Fae. So our main character, Cyrus, is having all of these like ungodly, non-biblically accurate thoughts about Quicksilver. I know that's not his name. I literally forget his name. Kingfisher. His name is Kingfisher. Who cares? She's having all of these dirty thoughts about him, like in front of him. And he's like, "Hey, just so you know, I can tell that you're like turned on." Like, he tells her that he can like smell her attraction. Ew. And he tells her like, "I can hear your heart thumping and pumping like really, really loudly, whatever." And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Like, no, I don't like you." Like, it's very like infantile. But then after they have sex, people are like, Osiris, you got it on with Kingfisher. Cool. That's not nice, Callie. I don't like that, Callie. There's so many things in your book, Callie, that I don't like. But that's probably not surprising to you. It's just like a weird detail. And I'm like, and like reading the book, I was like, why? For what reason? Other than to just like make it weird and uncomfortable for the main character. And for us potentially, because I felt weird and uncomfortable. I was like, this is too much. Because also like when Quicksilver would be like, oh, you're turned on by me. He would call her a bitch in heat. And that's not cute. I don't like that. That was cringe. I'm going to finish this book today. And then we're going to read our next book, which I think is probably going to be Credence. I'm not looking forward to it at all. But I want to get this vlog over and fucking done with as soon as possible because I hate it here. I absolutely hate it here. And I hate this idea. I hate that I thought about this idea and that I'm doing this idea. It's a stupid idea, but we're doing it. So what I will say though, and like the cherry on top, like the only happiness that I've found during reading these books is that like when I read Quicksilver, I then switch over to another book that I do enjoy, and it's kind of like ear bleach. It's kind of like eye bleach. I can kind of be like, oh my God, finally something that I'm actually like invested in. And that is The Tainted Cup by John. Wait, is it John? I forgot the author's name, but I just finished that book yesterday, and then I'm going to start the second book today, I think. And maybe read a little bit of the second book after I finish Quicksilver. So like that's the only good thing. I am also doing a reading vlog for those books on my Patreon. So if you want to see that reading vlog of The Tainted Cup and A Drop of Corruption, you can go to my Patreon. You can see it. It's only on Patreon. It won't be on YouTube ever. I'm about to start reading sprints with my patrons. And I'm going to read the rest of Quicksilver. Thank God. I'm so excited to finally be done with it. Callie, I hate your book. I hate your book so much. Anyway, okay, bye. So, first of all, I'm using a lavalier mic for the first time. Let me know what you think, because I'm currently at my friend's place. I'm pet sitting for her, pet sitting mama. If you know, you know. I needed to update you, okay, on what's going on. I finished Quicksilver. I have notes, but I also started reading Credence. When I tell you, Tiffany, it's crazy. It's maybe one of the craziest things I've ever read. Because the entire book, all I can think about is like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is happening? I'm confused. Confused how this got published. But anyway, first of all, how are you? How's it going? Also, I'm realizing that my friend has really good lighting in her place. I might bring something tomorrow. Maybe like film like a manga haul or something. Also, this is where I used to live. If anybody's wondering. Like if you've been with my channel for a few years, this is where I used to live. You might recognize it, you might not recognize it, but you probably don't. If I'm being honest, you probably don't. But anyway, it's like just 12 p.m. right now. I had to wake up a little bit early because the person who is doing Mama's fluids, because Mama has kidney disease, and I have to come every day, hang out with her, you know what I mean? But also give her like her meds because she has like 5 or 6 different meds. So that's what I've been doing. But anyway, I had to come early because the person, like the vet tech who gives Mama her meds, had to come earlier. So I had to wake up, bro, at like 10 a.m. And you're thinking, Jordaline, that's like a normal time for a person to wake up. Maybe for you. For me? I'm a night owl, bro. I wake up at like 12 p.m. So it's just like really hard for me. I'm just saying that it's like really, really hard. Let's talk about Quicksilver. After reading it, I still hate it. And I need you to know this, Tiffany. I fucking hate it. I do not like it. I will say the last, I would say like 3/4 of the book, like that little tiny chunk at the very end wasn't bad. Mostly because by that point, the characters had like figured out their shit and like it wasn't as like cringy anymore. Like it was still cringy, but it wasn't as cringy. So in chapter 19, we find out that Quicksilver, Cumsilver, whatever, he's put this thing on her where she has to like obey everything that he says. It's like some kind of magic thing, which I just think, like, isn't that just the patriarchy? Are we not just like reenacting the state of things? Like, why do you have to do this? Like, what's the point? Because it's like barely even part of the plot. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like not even that important. I just question like why she had to add this thing of like servitude, this thing of like obedience. That's fucking weird, Callie. I question it and it made me feel weird. And like later on in the book, she's like, you can't do this to me anymore. Like if you do, I'm out of your life. And so he has to be like, fine, I won't force you to do what I want you to do. What? Like, she needed to put like an ultimatum up. She had to set a hard fucking boundary. And he was like, fine, I guess. What the fuck? Like, I hate it. Callie, that's fucking weird. Just so you know, there's this other part of the book. I think it's like close-ish to by the time that they like are going to have sex. Because you know what? Actually, yeah, I did talk about how they were gonna have sex, or like, you know, because in the last clip I talked about how they have sex and it was like whatever, but they're at the kitchen table, right? And there's like other people there, like 2 other people there, and they start like basically dirty talking each other. Like they're basically like, I'm gonna fuck you or whatever. And it's weird because like there are 2 other people at the kitchen table and like one of them overhears it and he's like, bro, I don't want to listen to this. I just want to eat my fucking salad, bro. It was crazy. It was weird. It was so cringy because like, because also it was Cumsilver. He was like, oh, you'd be lucky if I fucked you or whatever, something like that. And then he started like literally going into explicit detail at the kitchen table, in front of my salad, bro. I just don't understand how that's hot. I just don't understand how that's sexy, how that's appealing. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But also I feel as though it's not for me to understand. Do you know what I mean? Because like I've said in previous clips, this book is not for me. It's not intended for me. I'm not the demographic. I think this is meant for straight women. Let's talk about Credence. The basic premise of this book is that our main character is so hot, is so sexy, is so physically attractive that even her family wants to fuck her. That's basically the premise of Credence. The absolute like craziness of this, like just thinking about it is insane. This underage girl goes to live with her step uncle and step cousins, right? Like they're not related by blood, right? But they are still technically family. So she goes to live with them. She's underage. I'm not actually sure how old she is. They never actually say. I don't know if she's like under 18 or if she's under 21. I'm going to assume she's under 21. I'm going to assume that maybe she's 18, maybe 19. Although actually she might be 17 because her birthday is, I think, in a few weeks in the book. And that's when she can get her like inheritance or whatever. And I'm assuming that's when you're 18. She might be 17, which makes this fucking creepy, fucking weird. This 17-year-old girl is so hot that her family, including her uncle, who is in his 40s, I'm assuming, wants to fuck her. I'm not talking about like they want to have sex with her. I'm saying they want to fuck her. That's what they want to do. There is no sex involved, bro. I mean, okay, no, there is sex involved because it is sex. But like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between like sex and like being fucked. Do you know what I mean? That's what they want to do. Her family members, her family, her uncle and her cousins. Oh, the absolute brain rot. Anyway, her uncle is also the creepiest man in the world. Like, he is so creepy. We had one POV chapter from him so far, and the way that this man immediately, bad vibes. He's like, "Oh, I'm a terrible father. I'm not good at being a father. Maybe I could be a father to this girl, but also she's got the perfect body. Her ass and her tits are just right." It was that kind of vibe where it's like, you want to be a father to this girl? No, you don't. You fucking pedophile. Get the fuck out of here. Ew. Ew. Like the cousins, okay, maybe. You know, maybe that's okay. Even though they're fucking cousins. Maybe that's fine because they're within like the same age range, kind of like, but also if she's 17 and they're in their 20s, that's weird. I don't like that. But this man, he's like 40 fucking something, talking about this girl who is supposed to be his niece, Penelope. You're deranged, okay, girly pop, you are fucked in your little birdie brain, okay? Your bird brain rotted. So the two cousins are Noah and Caleb. Noah is like normal, whatever. And then Caleb is, I don't even know how to describe him. Caleb is basically a mute mountain man. But like the way that he's described, he's more akin to like a caveman or something. Like the way he's described, the way he presents in the book, he's more like an animal rather than like a man. Like, spoiler alert, when she first meets Caleb, he literally tries to R-word her. Penelope, I just have questions, Penelope. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's my question, actually. That's all I have to ask. What the fuck is wrong with you? You should actually get out. You should leave. He tries to R-word her. And the whole thing was so fucking weird. Ugh. It was so weird. Like, he was starting to try to, you know, she was like, "No, don't." But then her inner monologue was like, "But I liked it." What? What the fuck? What the fuck, Penelope? What the fuck? The whole thing was like a dub con situation. And it just, dubious consent gives me the ick. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Don't like that it wasn't an enthusiastic yes. If it was an enthusiastic yes, maybe we could talk about this. But because it's like dubious and it's like, "Oh my God, I don't want it, but do I?" Like that's not a fucking thing, bro. And like consent is a yes. A full, enthusiastic, huge yes. Anything other than that, not consent. But yeah. Thankfully, he doesn't R-word her because the other brother, Noah, finds them and is like, "Whoa, don't R-word our cousin." That also bothers me because it's like another man had to come and save her. I don't like that. Also, she kept saying no. She kept verbalizing no. And this guy was like, I'm gonna keep going. Because like I said, he's very much presented as this like animal, like beast kind of vibe. You know what I mean? And I don't like that either. Because also, what does that say about people who are mute? You know what I mean? I don't like that. Anyway, I'm still listening to the audiobook. I'm listening to it at like 2.5 speed because I want to get this over and done with as soon as possible. I don't want to spend time here. I hate it here. Hopefully I'm going to finish the book in the next few days. And I'll tell you what I think of it. But yeah, so far, not a fan. So far, Penelope, I think you're a fucking weirdo. I think you should be in jail. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's weird. I don't know what people are, I don't know what people see in this kind of thing, bro. Like, this book is popular. Are people thinking about fucking their uncles? Like, I'm so confused. What's the appeal? What are we trying, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, what is alluring about this? Like, maybe, sure, all three of the men are like hot and muscular or whatever, but they're related to her. It's her uncle. She's potentially 17 years old. It's weird. Like, if you like Quicksilver, if you like Cumsilver, you know, I can understand in a way why you would like it. I feel like there is something there, you know what I mean? This, if you like this, I'm just gonna let you know, girly, there is therapy available no matter where you are. Like, you can get that help that you need. Maybe you feel like you don't have a support system and so you have to fall back on these things, but like, I'm telling you that there is something there. You do have people who care about you. Get help. I want that for you. I want you to get better. Because if you like this, you're fucking weird. Ugh. Ew. Like, it's her fucking uncle. Ew. The main character too, like the whole book has been like, oh, my body is hot because we touched each other slightly. Ugh, whatever. Ugh, no, I'm not buying it. This is the thing. I can see the ending of this book and I can see it as like this thing of like, oh, we've all fucked and now we're a big happy family. I can just see her like getting railed by these three dudes and like all three of them having this like weird poly thing and then her being like, and this is what family means. Like, that's how I imagine the ending. And if that's how the ending is, I might actually KMS. What I'm afraid of is that she's going to end up with the uncle. That's kind of what the book is leaning towards. Like, she's mainly attracted to the uncle and then like a little bit to Caleb. Not so much Noah, but I do think that she will probably fuck Noah. She's probably going to get fucked by all of them. But I feel as though like the uncle and her have this thing and they've had it since the beginning. And that scares me. I don't like that. Anyway, that's my prediction. Anyway, I'm going to go because I'm going to make some food because I'm kind of hungry. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
What the dog doing? the dog doing?
let you know what the hell has been going on. I did turn on my softbox for this portion of the video because the lighting was crazy. But anyway, I have 2 hours left of the Credence audiobook, and I, Tiffany, cannot bring myself to listen to it because I am sickened. This book is grotesque. This book is more akin to a horror novel than it is to a romance novel. Here's the thing. I was giggling, gaggling, not kicking my feet. But I was fine with it. I was like, whatever, I'm gonna speed through this. I'm gonna get through it. And honestly, I did. I listened to it on like 2.6 speed or something like that for most of it. I was really wanting to like get it over and done with because I knew, and I was right, that I would dislike it, as you know. Yesterday, my mental health tanked. Absolutely in shambles. For personal reasons. You don't have to know, but not doing well. Okay? Not doing well. The thought of going back to Credence, horrifying. Absolutely dreadful. Absolutely soul-crushing. I would rather, and I mean this, lick your fucking boot, Tiffany, than go back to Credence. I don't want to know how it ends because it's already dystopian. What do you mean? It's already a freak show, clown, fucked up circus. I can't do it. I can't do it. The main character is fresh 18, okay? She just turned 18. It was confirmed that she was 17. Like I thought she was 17, now she's 18. But in my head, she's still 17, bro, because it's been like a few weeks. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you turn 18 and all of a sudden you get all of these like, oh, I downloaded like the new adult experience. No, you're still a child in my head. I remember turning 18 a few days ago, you know. I remember turning 18 and being like, okay, I'm supposed to feel like an adult. I don't. I don't feel like one. It's because I wasn't. It's because I was still a child. It's because I was still a kid. Still, like, I can't, bro. And then, but the fact that this like 45-year-old man is like lusting after her, and bro, his POV chapters are diabolical, and not even in like a fun haha meme kind of way, but like actually fucking diabolical. In his POV, he's calling her like a slut, he's calling her like a bitch, like all of these fucking derogatory terms. And he's supposed to be like this man who's supposed to like take care of her, supposed to be a parental figure, but instead what he is fucking predatory, bro. He's predatory. And I looked on Goodreads, and I know that I shouldn't have. I looked on Goodreads though, and there were so many 5-star reviews of people being like, oh my god, I really related to the main character. Which part did you relate to? Please tell me that you were not groomed, okay? Please also tell me that you're not romanticizing this 40-something-year-old man grooming a little girl, a minor. Literally a minor. Like, by the time that they start doing stuff, like not like going all the way, they don't. Because I guess Penelope Douglas knew at least that she had to be 18 for them to fuck. But when she's 17, bro, they're making out in the kitchen. And once again, every single time I think about them kissing, all I can think about are his like old ass person lips. Ew. He's got an old man mouth, bro. And she's kissing him, being like, ooh, this is so hot. Are you joking? Are you, bro? I can't do it. I hate it so much. The part of the book, she's already had sex with one of them. I won't say, in case you want to read it, in case you want to also be traumatized. But she's already had sex with one of them. You could probably guess who. The brother, Caleb, the mute brother, the way that his disability, his muteness is turned into this beast, like animal like thing. And like, what does that say about people who are mute? What does that say, bro? What are you saying, Penelope, when you say that this man who can't speak is animal-like? That's fucked up, bro. That's so fucked up. Like, the implications are absolutely horrifying. Bro, I look crazy. It's a fucking nightmare. This entire book is a nightmare. All of the men around her are predatory as hell, even though we're meant to be like, no, the brothers and the uncle, they're different. They're not like those other guys. They are like those other guys. They're exactly like those other guys. There's like literally no fucking difference. The way that the main character is almost like a piece of meat, the way that she's almost like dehumanized in her sexuality amongst these men, okay? Like, Because they're like, oh, during the spring and summer, we go hog fucking wild, bro. We start fucking everybody. Right? So they have like women coming in and out of the house, like, because they're getting their rocks off, because during the winter, the roads get all crazy. They can't leave. Right? So during the summer, they're fucking everybody, anyone with legs, right? With the whole book, it's like, oh my God, like what's going to happen? Like when it's just like the four of us and like, it's going to be a crazy winter because you're going to have sex with your cousin, because you're going to have sex with your niece. That's crazy. Can you not like keep it in your pants for an entire fucking season, bro? Like it just makes me feel as though the author is playing into these like gendered stereotypes of like men can't control their urges and women and like women are meek and have to like deal with it and blah, 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 blah. It's like that kind of thing where they're like, during the winter, like we'll have no choice but to fuck our cousin. That's crazy. I think I'm literally going brain dead. I think this is actually the book that's going to lobotomize me. I think after this, I'm going to get like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, like to like erase this book from my memory. Like I wish I could, because I want nothing to do with it, because it's fucking weird. It's fucking creepy. And I'm sorry if you like this book, you're a weirdo. I don't know if I'm going to finish this book. I don't know if I can. I think I would rather die, bro. Like, but at the same time, I'm like, it's only 2 hours. But if I have to listen to one more sex scene about a child being fucked by a elderly man, not even elderly, I guess, like midlife, like, is that midlife? What is midlife? Is that 50? Either way, if I have to read or listen to a sex scene between a child and a full grown ass adult, I'm going to lose it more than I already have. Anyway, my camera's dying, so I'll talk to you later. Okay. Wish me luck. Please pray. Please pray for me. Please pray for me. I'm not okay. Thank you. little update. I give up. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not finishing it. I'm so disgusted that I can't do it. I actually want to throw up. I hate it. I think I hate it more than I've ever hated anything in my entire life, which is crazy, Tiffany, because you've seen me absolutely hate on things. Oh, so can you see Bug? He's laying down right next to me. He's so sweet. I also have Money over here too. You can see his little face. I fucking tried, Tiffany. I tried to go back to it today, right? I listened to maybe like another 20 minutes, maybe like another 30 minutes. And it got to a part where I was like, you know what? This is awful and I hate it. And it literally makes me want to barf. And so I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing it. Now you're like, what part made you feel that way, Jordaline? Let me tell you. So also spoiler alert, I guess. I'm going to spoil it a little bit. The main character has sex with the uncle, right? And like they become a whole thing. Like they start doing it like rabbits, right? Around the house. But it's also started to become winter, right? Like remember I told you about winter? It's also starting to become winter. And so, you know, that's happening for a few weeks. And the cousins are starting to get jealous of the fact that our main character is interested in the uncle and not them. Caleb, who is the mute, who is described as like beast-like, as not human, which is so fucked up. I can't tell you how fucked up it is each and every single time. But then also, a little bit of a sidebar. There was this other scene where like Caleb is also a shitty person. Like Caleb is the fucking worst. The main character though, like gets in his face and is like, oh, Caleb's stupid. Caleb can't do blah, 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 blah. Like basically like patronizing him, like saying that he's dumb because he can't speak. It was really fucked up. The whole thing is fucked up. But also Caleb's fucked up. Fuck Caleb, honestly. Fuck the author for creating a character like Caleb because it's so insensitive. But anyway, the brothers are jealous. The brothers are mad that she won't fuck them. Okay, because they keep being like, or rather Noah keeps being like, I want to fuck you, whatever. And she's like, no, thank you. No, it is also kind of like a dubious consent thing because she keeps going back and forth on it, but whatever. A couple weeks have passed and the uncle goes on like a hunting trip or something. Like he's going to do something for like a week or something. I don't fucking know. Who cares? Our main character is going to be left alone with the brothers for this time. Literally the moment he leaves, Noah, supposedly the nice brother, starts coercing her into having sex with him. And it was that part where I was like, and I'm done. I'm done. Actually, you can fuck off. You can actually fuck off. The moment he leaves, he starts trying to coerce her into having sex with him. And she's like, no thanks, not interested. And she tries to leave. He grabs her and pulls her onto his lap, forcing her to stay there. And starts being like, we can tell him that I forced you. Like, please just fuck me. Like, please fuck me. Like, I want you so bad. And like, he doesn't have to know. Nobody has to know, blah, 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 blah. He said something along the lines of like, I'll fuck you. And then you can go on and make us breakfast. And that was the part where I was like, you can absolutely get fucking fucked. You can actually fucking die. I hate everything about everything right now, especially with this whole thing. This whole thing is fucking weird. It's fucking gross. How is this supposed to be romantic? Why are we romanticizing this? These men are awful. And like, that's also what's really fucked up. Is like the main character will be like, oh my God, the uncle is so sweet. He's so nice. He really cares for me. But then we get his POV and he's like the most derogatory fucked up man you've ever fucking seen. Like in his POV chapter, he's like, oh, this fucking slut, this bitch, blah, blah, blah. Like, what? The main character is saying one thing about how she thinks these men are, but then we see them for who they really are in their POV chapters, and they're pieces of shit. They're absolute dog shit. Okay, my guy, absolute dog shit. There's nothing else to tell. They are fucking dog shit. I hate them so fucking much. I want to actually crush their skulls in my bare hands. That's how I feel about them. And I'm sorry that I'm not finishing it. I am sorry. I wish I could. I think it's starting to take a toll on my mental health. I don't think I'm okay. My thing is, and this is crazy, but hear me out. I feel as though romance with like a little bit of misogyny isn't a lot of fun. And maybe I'm crazy for thinking that. Maybe I'm crazy for thinking that like a romance where the main character is objectified continuously throughout the entire fucking book, made to be subservient to men. I feel like that's not a lot of fun. I'm not having a great time. But maybe some women would like that. Maybe some people would like that. I don't know. But me? Not a fan. Not a fan. Also, the fact that she's a fucking minor. The fact that she's literally a kid. And like Penelope Douglas like makes it so clear that she's like a minor, but then also that she's incredibly like sexual. One of the dudes will say or do something like minimal, and the main character will be like, I felt heat between my thighs. And I'm like, for that? You felt heat for that? Like she's turned on by everything. She's like the sex machine. It's weird because she's literally described as like this child sex machine for these fucking grown-ass men. Ugh. Ew. I hate it so much. And I genuinely think that Penelope Douglas needs to go to jail. Like, put her behind bars. This is illegal. This is so wrong. I hate it more than Quicksilver. Quicksilver, at least I could get through. This, absolute dog shit. I can't wait for the 2025 roast because I'm gonna tear it. I'm gonna tear it to shreds. I might just buy a copy to destroy it. That's so fucked up, but also a waste of money on my part because for what? I am genuinely sorry though that I couldn't finish it. I do feel bad. But I think if I tried to, I would not have fun. This whole vlog hasn't really been fun. It's been fun shitting on the books, don't get me wrong. And I love being a hater, and you know that about me, Tiffany. But I am not having fun. If anything, I feel gross, honestly. Like I feel like I'm like a predator reading the book. I'm like, because every time that they do something explicit to the main character, whose name I literally cannot remember, who fucking cares? But every time that they do something to her, all I can think about is like how she's a kid, how she's grieving her parents, how she has so much fucking trauma, and like how she's using this as like a way of coping with her grief. And how they're taking full fucking advantage of it. And it's just gross. And the fact that other people read the book and don't feel that way is fucking weird. That's fucking weird. I don't like that. That's the thing too. Usually I would be like, no, like if you read a certain kind of book, no matter what the subject matter is, it has nothing to do with you. I think this book is the exception. I think if you read this book and you like it, so there's something weird about you. And I think you should get help. I think you should go to therapy. Anyway, this has been so awful. I've hated every moment of it. I didn't hate every moment of it. Quicksilver was at least like it was bad, but it wasn't this bad. Do you know what I mean? Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to end it here and now because I can't go on. I can't do it. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know down below if you've read either of these books, what you thought of them. I'd love to know what your opinions are. Maybe you disagree with me on certain points. Let me know in the comments. Maybe you do agree. Let me know in the comments. Please, I want to have a discussion about Quicksilver and fucking incest porn over here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit subscribe because we talk about spooky shit, talk about creepy shit, talk about fucking our uncles and shit. Hope you have a wonderful day, Tiffany. I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye. I'll see you later. See you later, Tiffany. Bye. You look stunning, by the way. You're gorgeous. This is going to be like the tiniest little clip because I know that I just ended the video, but I'm not. I need to tell you something. I did listen to the last chapter of the book because I told my friend, I was like, I did it. I DNF'd it. I'm not going to read it. And she was like, why don't you just read the last chapter just to see what happens? You know? And I was like, that's fine. Okay, I'll do that. The last chapter is absolutely fucking hog wild, dude. It's crazy. So basically, Caleb, the mountain man, the guy that was mute, all of a sudden had a personality fucking transplant, my guy. The guy at the end of the book, completely different from the guy that I was aware of, okay? At the end of the book, he's like talking because that was like a choice, apparently. So, okay, and with his speech, he's now just like a normal guy. So when he was mute, he was animalistic. When he can talk, he's a human. He's like totally fine. He's like normal. Okay, great. Also at the end of the book, Saris, I think had a child. So, or no, wait, her name's not Saris. That's the other book. The main character, I forget her name. They had a baby. They had a child. And so she ended up with Caleb. Spoiler alert. So I hated that. I'm really glad that I didn't read the rest of the book, because I guarantee you it was probably just like her getting railed by literally all of the men, and then like being like, I choose Caleb, even though even though at one point, and I can't believe I didn't mention this, at one point he literally spit in her hair. At one point he unprovoked hopu into her hair, bro. She had a loogie on her scalp. So that's the guy that she chose. Also, the guy who tried to fucking rape her. The guy that tried to rape her. That's the guy she chose. That's crazy, Penelope. Penelope, you can get fucked. Respectfully. Actually, no, disrespectfully. You can get fucked. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go. Bye.